We didn't get a lot of snow cover. We're still going to be watching that heat across states like Iowa, but it will be a short-lived event, so we don't have a lot of concern, at least at this point, about crop stress, with several waves of timely rain for maturing corn and soybeans.
We also are going to be celebrating the 19th Amendment.
Through the years, American farmers and ranchers have been tested over and over again, and they always rise to the occasion. With COVID-19, it's no different, but many producers find themselves in need of financial support just to stay in business. Thank you both for joining us tonight. It's an important, timely conversation. Emily, let's start with you. Cattle producers face tough decisions about the future of their operations. So tonight, members of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association join us for an honest discussion about the current state of the beef industry. You took a little extra time there to emphasize this money is for the producer, not for the packer. And that brings us to our next question. Jerry, maybe you want to take this one on. NCBA requested an expanded investigation from President Trump over the disparity between boxed beef prices and cattle prices in the futures and cash markets. Talk about what's behind that call and what you expect to happen next. Appreciate you joining us tonight because we know how busy you've been with Operation Warp Speed. Dr. Fauci, some of our viewers have indicated they may not want the vaccine. Everybody has their own reason why. But what do you say to somebody who is doubtful? How is the GDP plunging, yet the Dow is staying in record territory right now?
What was it about bass fishing over, say, salmon or fly fishing? What is it about bass fishing?
Bass is the #1 game fish in North America, if not the world. Just when a bass hits the top water, anything but a powerful, great fish.
How was it that you made the connection that there's a need here for a business?
From passion, you know, being a fisherman myself and wanting these lures and knowing firsthand there was a shortage of availability. So a lot of emotion coming in here, a lot of fond memories being behind that counter, being with customers. This is our first aquarium we had, and Bass Pro, as you know, is known for Cabela's. We have aquariums.
So this is your dad's liquor store, and he said, okay, I'm gonna give you 8 feet, 8 feet of space. What was that conversation like, just convincing him? Was it a hard sell?
Well, I was very close to my dad, but he said, Johnny, look, I tried this before. I don't recommend you do it.
Oh, we got to go a little farther.
You know what, anybody who deals with classic tractors, they know exactly what's going on here.
Christina, quit talking and push this thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go.
All right.
I'm gonna get him out, now we're going
Stand back,
downhill.
boys and girls.
30 seconds, Orion.
Okay, but this comes first. Soybean growers, here's a special report about new Pursuit herbicide, the only post-emergence product that can deliver.
For over 60 years, Orion Samuelson has served as the trusted voice of American agriculture.
Maybe someday we can get the same level of recognition for National Agriculture Day as we do for Labor Day in September. I would hope that would be a goal.
Interviewing 9 presidents and traveling to 44 countries on behalf of U.S. farmers and ranchers.
Thank you for joining us live from Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
But long before his booming baritone voice launched his legendary career, Orion was destined to take over the family farm. How a crippling childhood disease and an old radio paved the way for the original farm broadcaster, and reports that would shape our nation's history.
Here is a bulletin from WGN News just handed me. President Kennedy has been shot and seriously wounded.
This is the Rural Americans. Before entering high school, his future looked bright. He was a tall student with high hopes of joining the basketball team, and one day taking over the family business. But just ahead of his freshman year, Orion ran into some serious trouble with his leg.
What was happening that led you to realize something's going on here? I need to go to the doctor and see what's happening.
I didn't have good balance, and I needed some support to get my balance back. And I can still remember Dr. Jones walking out of his office after the examination, and he said, Orion, no way to tell you this, but you're not going to walk for 2 years. It's the only time in my life that I saw my dad cry.